Hi everyone. Hope everyone's well. I am. It's been 2 weeks. I have got distracted. I put all of my stuff up on a shelf and did 1,000 other things. And to be honest, I just kind of panicked because I think a bit more than I could chew with this album. So today I'm going to do another hour or so, maybe an hour and a half, and see if I can get over the little bit of a anxious hurdle I have about this album and keep creating. So I'll show you what I'm doing, because if you haven't watched the first one, you may not know. Feel free to say hi in the chat. I don't get many people watch my lives, but if you do pop in, feel free to say hi, ask a question, things like that. Or if you're watching on replay, same deal. I'm doing this to motivate myself, really. That's what I'm doing. So let's have a look at what I've done. So this is my album. I have got a piece for the front cover cut somewhere. I think that is, I'm not sure. And then we've got inside. So I'm using a whole heap of different paper ranges. That is going to have a photo over there, obviously, and some black and white pages. And then I have just started in here, and I kind of got a little bit overwhelmed. This is going to take a lot more paper than what I thought I was going to use. There's like, look how much is not done. There is bundle loads in here. So today, let's try not get overwhelmed and do just a little bit more. I'm kind of doing it in sections, so I've got sort of like a black and white section there. And then going to, bringing in a different paper section here. This is, I think it's the Sweet Memories or something like that. I'm close to my heart, so I've got that little bit there. And of course, I've got little sections that I'll be able to put photo holders. I don't have all the photo holders cut, so, we'll just work and see what happens. So, in this pile, I have all of my different papers. So I have the Coffee in Paris papers. I have these patterned papers. I have loads of bits and pieces cut there from the other collection. There's a black and white collection there as well. Lots of embellishments, which we're nowhere near up to needing embellishments, so let's just pop them over this other side, because really we're nowhere near it. 6x6 paper pad as well. Sticker sheet from that, what was it called? Sweet Memories, something like that. And then the Sweet Memories pack here, which is what I'm going to do this little page section in. I figure I'm going to have to do things in sections rather than the way I was doing it. So I'm going to put these ones down the other end of my table, all the way down there. And play with the ones here. Now I'm definitely going to need a trimmer, so I'll pull that out. And let's get started. Okay, so I need something for there. So that is probably going to have a 6x4 photo on it. Oops, I'm trying to grab a 6x4 photo placemat. So really only going to see the outside edge bit. So I might go, yep, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to want it, wrong side. Let's go 7 1/8 by 7 1/8 I'm going to double check that I didn't take that right to the end. And 4 7/8. Yep. Okay, started cutting. That number just went straight out of my head. It went in and came back out. 4 7/8. No, 7 1/8. Let's hope I got that one right. First cut. Now, will I take out the inside of that? Might. What I find really difficult is actually working with these edges in my way. That's something I find a little bit let's go in. I'm going to gut the inside of this. So I'm going to go in an inch all the way around. Hopefully that's far enough. I'm actually not even measuring exactly an inch. I'm just doing it where I think exactly an inch. I'm just doing it where I think needs to be roughly. And that's going to give us a bit of action. I need a new bloody blade again. It's all the cutting I've been doing lately of cheaper papers. Or during the week I was making backing cards for all my new embellishments. And it tore up my paper because I was using cheap cardstock. I wonder what you guys are doing today. Are you crafting or are you just sitting around enjoying your afternoon or evening if you're not in Australia? I've been extremely tired this week because I've been watching the Tour de France, which means it starts here in Australia, but it starts being televised at about 8 at night. And generally most days what time it finishes is generally about 1 in the morning. So they're very late nights, but I love watching the tour, seeing what's happening, all of the riders. They just amaze me that they can ride for, hours and hours and hours. And then it all comes down to this sprint right towards the end. Now, this one, what I'm going to do is that little piece that I have there, I'm going to cut that. Oh, it's nearly perfect anyway. So you can see, I don't feel like I have to cover every inch of this album. So if I do something like that, I think that will look all right. So I'm just going to take off where I have a heap of rough edge on there. It's just a little sanding box that takes a few of those furries off. And it must have meant to be its perfect size, so I'm going to pop that one in when my glue decides to come out of its little container. So I'd love to know if you guys are watching the Tour de France, if you've been doing these late night crazy kind of hours and all that. Good. Happy. Now, before I forget, I might actually just use these ones. I have all these now, but of course, I've been kind of hoarding these good photo spot holders. They from close to my heart when they were going. You get them in kits and stuff. And I've been making my own, and maybe I should just use these up and then. Okay, and then then we've got these two pieces that go in, and that opens up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece pretty much the same size for the other side, so it mirrors it. That will be my first bit, and then we'll figure out what we're going to put in the middle. Step by step, people. I wish I'd remembered to mark it on the back. And I'm going to have to grab a new blade because that is not making my heart very happy, that blade. Okay, so around the corner and popping that down. Now, the other thing I find a little bit difficult is when you're working black on black, you can't really see the edge to get it nice and even. So that's why if you see me putting little scraps and bits and pieces in, that's what I'm doing it for. It's to have a nice edge there so that I know where my lip is going to be. I do like that blue. So that will be there. And then I think I had a piece of chart or something left over. Just have a look underneath. Although this piece can go further in because it can go to where in under there. So do I like the fact that that continues that charty kind of look up? No, I don't. Do I want? I think I want something different. Oh, this wallpapery looking one. This is the one we're going for. And what do I do with my pencil, peoples? Where did I put it? It has to be here somewhere, doesn't it? There it is. What I say about remembering to do it on the back. I didn't remember. So last night in the Tour de France, there was a individual time trial, and they had to ride. Now, if you watched it, you'll know all about it. But if you didn't, they had to ride 25 Ks, I think it was. Could be wrong. Let me know if I am. 25 Ks, and they had to ride on their own on the road. So they all left at different times, like a minute apart or something like that. And they got to ride as fast as they could, and it's on the roads. Excuse me, I've got a bit of dust or something in my throat. And the average speed over that time. Now, taking into consideration they had corners, they went through villages, all that kind of jazz. The average speed for the whole 25 Ks was something like 52. That's upside down now. No, it's not. It's just the camera that's upside down. Make a decision quick. Yeah, about 52 Ks an hour or something like that. Like, that's phenomenal for, 25 Ks. And they also had the, like, one of the guys interviewed, and he was like, I was coming down the hill at like 80 Ks an hour or something like that. Like, that's phenomenally fast. Like, 80 Ks an hour downhill, just chuffing along. I would be too scared to do that. It's so. Oh, why is that coming off? I obviously didn't put enough tape on there. I am only putting just a little bit of tape on these photo mats because when I decide what photos I'm going to put in there, then I may choose to take them off. I may choose to leave them on. I may choose to take them off. So rather than doing that, now, what have I got there? So I'll probably want blue, like on that piece. So we'll cut that. I've just forgotten what I was talking about. I think I was talking about downhill speeds, yeah, like 80 k's an hour on a bike, like just going crazy on a bike downhill really fast. I'm sorry, that is not for me. I admire these riders that go so fast and just put so much effort into it, and like 400 k's in a day or something, like, and that's not including their warm downs and their cool down. Like sometimes they'll ride for half an hour to cool down at the end of the day after riding a couple of 100 k's anyway. Now that's just mad, absolutely mad. I could drive that. I'd probably get car sick too. If it was in France, actually, that's 100% true now. So if I was in France and I was driving on those roads for that long, I would get car sick in that time, let alone being able to ride a bike that far. But sometimes I get motion sick watching the riders ride around the hills, like when they're coming down really fast and they've got the camera they have the cameras on the back of motorbikes following the bikes, and they're winding down those hills. I'm like, whoa, nah, that's too much. Have to look away or play a game on my phone while they're doing it. Okay. And of course there's going to be a photo there. Oh, I should have cut it that bit too late now. I'm not going to do it now because getting it back up is going to be hard. Okay. Yes, so that's what I've been doing with my nights, and it is making me tired because, well, it's, you know. Now, I think I like journaling on these. I don't know if I've got some journal paper on these particular ones with maybe a smaller photo. I think definitely like maybe that down the side. Oh, really need to change that blade. It's starting to annoy me. Why don't I just do it, people? Why am I just constantly giving up on that bit? Okay. So, like, if I had that, fine. I think it will be maybe. Let me just have a little look. These are 3x4 photos. So I could go 3x4 and another 3x4. So bring that in a little bit. Need to put something in that middle section maybe. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, lost my pencil again. I need somebody just to yell in the chat which side of the book I've put my pencil on each time I put it down. Somebody could just yell at me every time I go to look for it. That would be really handy. Go ahead and put this little collection bit down before I put it somewhere in a pile of stuff and I can't find it. I don't know about you guys, but I've been doing that a lot lately, putting things in piles and then not being able to figure out where I put it. Okay. I'm going to do the same again with these, just a little. Now, I did crack open a new repositional one the other day. Maybe I should be using the repositionable one. I don't know. This will survive it. Okay, I really need something in there. In the middle. Perfect. Look at that. Sometimes things work. It's going to go. And I think I'll cut the other one off this piece. And let me just check. First, check. Yeah, I think that, or handy having all of these pre-cut. I really probably should spend a day just pre-cutting the my photo mats so that they're all organized and ready. Now, I don't want the same blue. That one is, I like it when things are nearly perfect and in place. Perfect sizing. Let's go with that. Okay, let's go now. Glue it. I'm feeling a little bit more confident about this one today. As I said, when I started the other week, I kind of got to a stage I really started to panic about what I was doing and where it was going. But I think, let's just I kind of nearly want to mat that in a blue. If I mat that, am I going to want to mat everything else? And one thing I have learned about these albums is they get very thick very fast. So if you put too much matting on the photos and the bits and pieces all around, you do end up with a really, really fat album. I do have a friend that created a wedding album for her daughter, and by the time we matted lots and lots of pieces, kind of feel like I need a little bit of extra blue or something there. We'll come back to it. And then, so we've got that section. Let's just review what we've ended up doing. So we've got that opening to there. This also opens down, so there'll be some spots for some photos or some journaling there. We've got these now. We can come back with scraps. I'm going to come back and do the scrappy bits later. Like, that's fine. So, and they're going to go there. So I think in this section, I need to kind of think about this section a little bit more, because I'm not sure, like, what I'm going to do here. So photos can go in there, like, that's 4 inches, so you can put your photo in. You could have it so that they could change over. You can have it as a pocket, so like if you got maps or memorabilia. And this, because I am doing this like it will be my, excuse me, I'm hiccuping now. Oh, my apologies. What the? So, like, I feel like that would be really good to put hiccups. Why? I'm just going to take a mouthful of water so I can talk. Let's see if that helps. So, no, it didn't help at all. So I'm thinking like maps, or like if I've got a brochure from like the Louvre or something like that would be good in there. So I think I'm going to stay with that sort of like this on that bit there. I was going to say I'll come back and do it, but I'm not. I am doing it now. I'm doing it. I'm just going to do it. Let's see how we go. And again, I marked it on the front. Nobody there reminding me. Come on, girls and boys, peoples. Let's be inclusive now. Okay. Oh, nearly went off the rails there. I think it's got rid of me hiccups, so thank goodness. They're annoying. Oh, it's not appreciating the hiccups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a little pocket, and to do that I'm going to snip up there and up there, and then I think I have, yes I do, a small cutting mat. It's going to be perfect. I can slide that in there, and I'm going to just trim as neatly as I can along there. And then I'm going to transfer that over here. And this is a bit of an issue because it's like right on the edge of, and I don't want to cut into what's underneath, but that seam is then glued down to the pieces underneath. So I don't want to, I'm kind of cutting on an angle, sort of heading towards the mat rather than anywhere else. And just going to use this sanding block there. Okay. And then that's going to come down. And I think I'll round the corners on this as well. So that will be up there. Be able to slide things into that pocket, and it'll be quite a nice size pocket. Just making sure that, like, when I stick it, I don't stick it really down hard flat, that I give it a bit of oomphy room up there. And we'll go like that. Hopefully having cut these on that diagonal doesn't mean everything's going to get caught there. I didn't kind of think about that, but okay. And so I'm going to put that down, and I'm kind of pushing it in and then down. And hopefully that will mean that you can, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit more area in there rather than it being flat. It's only like a mil or so, but it helps. Every mil helps. Oh, maybe I should have left them there and put the flaps up a bit higher. Okay, so now I need to find something to go in behind. Do I like that? Do I like... Is that nearly the right size? No, a little bit too thin. Really like the grid though. Well, that's cute. That's going to go on the front. So I'll cut that for that front section. Let me cut the zip strip off first. What am I doing? Do I want the zip strip off though? I kind of like how that zip strip's on there. Now, let's leave it on there. Be good if I didn't change my mind every 2 seconds, wouldn't it? Very unusual. I normally just cut them off first. Okay, now you got to get rid of that blade. The other thing that is just a little bit unusual for me is that I have not inked any edges on this album. I'm just going to grab my it's in a drawer. It's in a drawer. Here we go. Ensure I'm not damaging the album where I'm pushing. I haven't got too many options of how to get it, where to put it here. And there. And I'm going to put that one in. Sweet Memories. That's what this one was called. I don't know what I was calling it before. Probably something completely not Sweet Memories. And that bit, I think I'll continue adding down the page so it kind of goes when you open it up. And it can be yada yada long. Yada yada. It's a good length. Yada yada. And we'll get that one down. And then we've done that little section. Not that bad. Oh, okay. So there's a whole heap of little inserts and stuff there. Oh, you guys break my heart because I was like trying to convince myself I've got a heap done, and then reality sticks. There we go. Now, a pity. I may even still do it, like have that there. I should have cut it the other way, shouldn't I? And I can have something across the top. Okay. Is it too late? Uh-oh. It probably is too late, peeps. Don't watch, close your eyes. Oh no. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging there. Because I like the numbers to not run completely. Now, here's a little lesson in how to recreate after you've created. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that there. So there's going to be a little line there. We're just going to live with that little line. And then we're going to cut very close to that top bit. So I'm not leaving much of a black line. So I'm going to put that back down. I'm going to try get this really, really close and not have too much wiggle room. So I'm going to make sure the sort of glue is right on that join. Helps if you actually put glue all over the section, not just part of the section. And taking a moment to line it up really good. Push it down really well. Okay. And then redo this one. I think if I left it another few seconds, there would have been no way I would have got that up. You just kind of caught it. It was already really starting to adhere it down well. And I'll put that there. That corner's a bit wonky because of the way I had to peel it up. That's life. And then I think no place like home doesn't work. Is that too wide? I could do another repair. Not sure here, guys. Sorry. I'm not even talking through my process. Okay. No, this is the one. I'm going to put this on. Here and there. Okay, and then round those corners in a little space I have. Okay, how did I cut that so short? Oh, I like that anyway. That's all right. I like how that's got a little bit of a gap there. I'm okay with that. Are you guys okay with that? Are you all right with it? Let me know if you're not. We'll cover it up. Too late. I'll have moved on. Oh, look at that, guys. Kind of like that. And then I think like just something like, I just want a little something, a little something. This is in a pocket, so I don't want to put that much on it. I'll come back. I'll come back. I was thinking like just a little something in that corner like that, just go, but we'll come back. Okay. Whoa. Moving on. Now, so we've got this whole section. Let's look at this next bit. Oh, look, there's loads going on here. So this section, I'm going to do different paper. Then we've got these in here. That one. And that one stuck down, and then there's one in the middle, which can be anything really because it's in the middle and you don't see the edge. So got that one there. We've got two there. So I think this section here and that section there need to be covered in these papers. And then what have we got here? So I think 2 4x4 photos on there. Let's put these ones in the drawer because I'm getting a bit messy over there, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put these on. I was just thinking, what's that on all over my album, but it's yeah, I put it there. They're the bits from the. I did it. Own up to it, Nat. You did it. And honestly, these might end up being photo matted. That will be, you know, something foregone to think about. Kind of really want to make those tab shape or like a shape off the edge. Oh, I'm going to delve back into my cupboard. Sorry to leave you dessert is for again for a second. Oh, God. I'm just looking for like an edge that's going to be about the right size. I think here are bits. That's well, those ones are going to be a bit small. It's an unusual kind of size. We do have like this scallopy edge. Let's check how wide this one is. Now that's too small, isn't it? Okay, too small, too wide. Thinking. Whoops. Nah. Get it in. Nope. No, of course not. Not when you want it to just slide in. Is it going to go back into other packaging? Maybe it's because I'm putting the wrong end in. Is that the problem? Could it be? Could have been the problem. Okay. And then this one's not open, so I can't check. So, well, you know we can fix that, can't we? These are all mini album pieces, and there's so many beautiful bits in it. I never remember to go and make them. Ooh, that is so close. It's 4 inches, so I could cut the piece down. No, don't think I'm going to be happy with it. So if I go, and if I cut it, then I've got to. So I've bought the album in. So if I don't, if I cut it, then I will have a issue because blacks are hard to match, black cardstock. So yeah, you can go just, oh, well, I can recut a piece of black for it. But blacks are hard to match. You end up with all sorts of stuff going on. Okay, none of those are a good option. Okay. Thinking. I'm still thinking. I know it's hurting my brain. Is it hurting your guys' brain that I'm thinking so hard? Because the thing is, I can just put it away and think about it later. I'm just having a very quick rifle through my different ones. Or I could round it off. How about we just keep it simple, stupid? Keep it simple, stupid. Should be my new motto. I thought it was already my motto, but I actually am not that good at keeping things simple. I tend to overcomplicate things way, way, way too much. And if you're still watching because, you know, you haven't got bored of my ramblings and my inactivity, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so pencil. Whose job is it, guys? Whose job is it to watch for my pencil? Do I want it to go all the way? I think I do. I think I do. Oh, come on now. Line it up. Line it up. It's not that difficult. And then if I just check, I just want to check the thickness of that. Thought I might get more than one piece out of there, but I'll not. Yeah, check that end. Should be right. Should be, being the ultimate wording. Before I put glue on it. Fit twice, glue once. Wish I could live by that motto. Not that good at it. Quite often have to rip up my work. And so, and now I'm kind of wishing I'd gone a little bit deeper so it went under the photo a bit. See what I mean by ripping up work? Look at that. We might use that a bit later. So I'm going to go do it again. And about that. And about that. That's the problem, isn't it? That I do too many about that. Okay. Let's see if this works better. So we're going to just pop that up a little bit. And glue these two down. Now, I'm not doing the backs of these yet. I can come back and do the backs with bits of paper that are left over. I prefer to get one side all decorated first and then worry about the other side after that. Should remove that now. Yeah, so because then I was wondering why that wasn't doing any. So rather than doing backs and fronts and then going, oh, I used up way too much paper, I have none left, I'll do all the sort of one side. And then quite a few things I think I'd like to do little journaling bits on the back. So like have the photo there with a little embellishment there, but then on the back have the journaling. So to me, that will work nice. So I've got my two tags there. Now for something down there. And I don't want the same paper because if I put the same paper on, what will happen is that they won't stick out. Okay, well, we haven't used this side. Let's use that. Looks a little bit florally normally for my taste, but, you know, we're only going to see a tiny bit of it. Let's not get too worried. Oh, I hate when I put marks on there and then I can't see them. I think that was it. Yep. Didn't look that wide, did it? Didn't look like it would be, that it would need more than that. It's good. And the glue. Know a couple of the girls that come to scrap with me are off on a retreat this weekend. I am so jelly of that. But, you know, I have a hard time going to retreats because I have such an extensive little workshop here. And I find it really hard to leave everything behind because I'm one of those people that likes to have everything on hand. So, yeah, so I'm like, oh, but I am a bit jelly of it. And then I'm going to do the same paper. Would have been good if I chunked it off to the right size. I always have little bits left over, but anyway. And that's going to go about there and about there. Do you guys like scrapbooking with friends? Do you like getting out and seeing, you know, being with others when you? I love scrapbooking with others, but I find it really hard to leave my little cottage. I love having people in my cottage to play, but yeah, because I've got so much. Like, you know, if I want a pink piece of paper, I've got 30,000 pieces here to choose from. And I don't do a lot of kits anymore. So, and that one is going to go in there. So I kind of want to, I think I want to label tab on that one. And then I will decorate that, I think, later. And then that one will be, whoa, we got that little section pretty much done apart from that piece. And that will be, yeah, it's just a little bit of pink. It's not too much pink for me. I can't do too much pink. Oh, if I had two pieces of that, I'd go either side like a little pull-out tab. Okay. So moving over to this section. So you've got already, it's getting thick over there. So we've got opening here and here, as well as there with some tabs up there, and then this, that, and then little pockets for bits and pieces there. Ooh. Loads. Okay, so what lot will I use for this one? I think on that front piece, I think I'm going to go back and use some of these. Yeah, like that. And then and that bit. I want space for photos? That's the thing. Do I want space for photos on those? Probably do. As much as I love these, I could go there and get away with a photo. Probably maybe even this one. Let's just see. 6x4. Oh, pretty. Pretty. That I like. Do you guys like it? Hope you do. It's probably too late if you don't. I'm going ahead with it. I'm going to pop down that photo mount. First, I've got this same problem I had earlier where I can't quite see where the end of everything is, whether I'm getting things even. And that's going to allow me to save a little bit of this cardstock here. I want it fairly exact, taking my time there because I wanted to not mess that one up. I messed a lot of things up. I didn't want to mess that one up. There we go. Liking it. I love this green that's on the back of this one. It's like my favorite. It's funny when it's just green, really, but I love it. Okay. So a photo there, and I'm going to continue this. So if I put a photo there, I'm going to put, just get rid of that little grey lead mark. It's annoying me. And then a photo there, and I think, yeah, there's too much of that one left. So thinking about what I'm going to do on that section. Do you like that? Yeah, why not? It's sitting there. It was sitting there. It was meant to be. It was just sitting there minding its own business. And it's also like perfect width. It's the perfect everything. Just hanging out, waiting for somebody to cut it. Oh, I could have used that side too. No. You're in love. You're in love. Keep going. Isn't it hard when your papers you love and want to use have beautiful papers on the other side that you also want to love and use, and you have to make these decisions about which side you're going to use. It's nearly torture sometimes to make us choose. My blade just came out of my trimmer. I could have just changed it right there and then on the spot. Did I? No. No, I did not, because ongoing, I don't change it. I should just do it. I'm sure you guys at home are just going, just change your trimmer blade. I go through them so quick. I'm very rough on my trimmers. Yeah. So you see just a bit of the edge of the photo. That will give you a good indication that you've got to open that up. And then when we go inside, I think we do there. How wide's that? Is that, will I get should get a 5x7 in there. Okay. What am I going to put there, though? A little look at the bigger papers. Just trying to thinking that it's not going to show as much. It's got the colours in it from the flowers from the front. I'm not overly worried about all of the. So there must be another sheet of that somewhere. Do I go with that one? It's on the back of that. Oh, see, there's that problem again. I've got 2 papers on there that I want to use. Okay. And I'm going to gut this because it's definitely going to have plenty left over. Time to clean my bench again, guys. Can't find a damn thing. Okay, so we'll gut this one. Oh, come on now. Some days things just happen so much easier than other days. Okay, and what kind of border? I only really need, there's never over an inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an inch in each side. So show you what I'm doing. So if you haven't gutted pieces at home, you can see I line up the edge of my paper. So there's my edge of my paper. That's the 1 inch over mark from where I cut. So I just do that. Now there is my trimmer has worn off a little bit, but there's a 1 inch mark there, and I can come in an inch from the other end, but I just roughly do it and then I'll go back and trim out. I don't worry too much about getting it right on those marks, and then I just turn around, again line it up from the 1 inch round to the 1 inch, and then if I end up with a little bit like this, because I know I'm covering it, that's why I'm gutting it, then I just snip out those little corners. So that gives me this cute little bit that will then have the photo over there. Now I do need to consider the fact that this is opening and I've got a full page here. So, but most of the time it's closed. There is that section there though too. So I've got to keep that one in mind too. Little holes everywhere. Little holes everywhere. Around the outside edge. I'm now standing up. My audio's just changed. That's why, because I've gone to standing up for some reason. I do sometimes like standing up when I'm crafting. Sometimes I like to sit down. I do mostly sit down. But you do get a better view and you can get things on straighter sometimes when you stand up. Okay, so that's going to go there. I'm thinking that will go there, because when that's closed, you get kind of a view across, but I don't think I've got enough. Do I do that? Do I do that? Do I do that? I mean, I've got this other piece that I can go do the exact same as what I've got there, but I think, is that a bit repetitive? I think I want definitely journaling space there somewhere. Like, don't mind that, but I am going to, and it will stand out like a sore thumb because it will be black on black. See, every black's different. And now if we're going to start doing this, I'm going to end up doing this a lot. Once I start matting photos, I'm not going to be able to change my mind and not matte photos. Guaranteed. Yes, I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm happy with that. Just got to sort out the other side. So if this is 6 by 6, I've got maybe 2 photos will actually fit across there. No, I need journaling. I need journaling, people. Keep reminding me. Journaling. Now, if this was on a scrapbook page, I'd be putting this on foam tape, but we don't have the luxury of putting this on foam tape because it will end up too thick. Okay, so over here, It's not big enough. That's annoying. So close. I'm going to have a white stripe down along the bottom. We'll figure that out later. Mark and mark. We might nearly be in. Let's see. Let's see how far out we are. It's a little bit of the maker's mark down there, but I'll figure that out. There will be something that can go across there. Let's not panic too much. Oh, time to clean my nozzle out. I haven't been putting my pin back in, so it's getting a bit chunky in there. Now, I do want a journaling bit there, so let's make that. So I'm going to make it 5 by 7. So I'm going to get a piece of white. And so yeah, I'm just going to pick everything up here for a second. I'm going to pop that aside and I'll show you how I'm going to make that. I'm going to grab one of my mats and I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the bottom and hold that into place because I hate it when it all moves. And then find a little black pen. Hopefully this one's working really well. Scrap of paper just to test it because there's nothing worse than starting to draw your lines and your pen doesn't work. Yep. And I think I'll start about there. And I'm going to do it so that I go from the 1/2 inch mark here to the 6.5 here. So I'm going to go like that. And then I'm going to line up my ruler with the next line down. And continue to do that. And continue to try to get them the same width. And there we go. So this is going to be my journaling block. We'll make it a little bit nicer than just what it is at the moment. We'll give it some decoration. But a nice big journaling block. And I'll do with this on several of the tags in the backs, like so decorate the front, put a photo on the front, and then put a journaling block on the back so I can write when, where, what, how, why. It will probably be me yelled at the kids again today because they complained about walking so far. So if you don't know, I'm planning to use this for my Europe trip. Taking my kids to Europe, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I've got a 14 and a 16-year-old, and they are excited. But when we mention, going to see World War II sites and going to a cathedral at Salisbury or seeing the Roman baths at Bath, they their eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. They kind of go a bit like, well, what the hell, this is not what I was hoping for. But, they'll appreciate it. They'll appreciate it when they're about 30, that they didn't have to pay for it. That's what they'll appreciate. But hopefully they're going to have a good But I do have a fear that there's going to be a lot of complaining. I'm just going to do this blending out here, guys, because it will leave stuff everywhere. I fear that there will be a lot of complaining that, you know, they had to walk yay distance and all that kind of jazz. They are kids. Okay, let's move everything back in. And that one, why does that seem so much wider than that? Oh, that's shorter because that's shorter. Okay, well, let's fix that. And take a 1/4 of an inch off that side and a 1/4, whoop, that was 1/2 inch. Let's not get too excited. And check if that is going to fit much better. Okay, so it doesn't have as nice of portions around the side, but that's what we're going with because that's what's there. And again, I'm going to blend off over here, guys, because if I don't, I'm going to get black flecks all over the bits that I don't want to get black flecks on. Okay, and I'm going to stick that one in. Another piece of the puzzle done. So what are you up to? Well, if you made it this far, guys, which I doubt anybody will, but if you make it this far, congratulations. And I probably won't do too much more in this one. I'll probably wait and do another section next week. Hopefully I don't leave it 2 weeks. I do have a busy weekend next weekend. I've got a workshop and one of my beautiful, beautiful customers, Belinda, customer's friend, scrapbooking mate, all those things, is having a birthday. So hopefully I get to take her out for tea because I would love to do that. And that's a huge amount of area. That's fantastic because we'll be able to make sure that there's a lovely amount of area to do journaling. I'm just having a quick look because, you know, since we're I think in this one it has the little shops that will go with the little Pestelier shops. I don't know what they're actually called. I'm quickly going to cut that out. And I'm not going to really overly fussy cut this. I know I sometimes get a bit too like I need everything cut. But the ones you buy already pre-cut aren't like, you know, fussy cut to the absolute 10th degree, are they? I should make it at least straight across the top though. Okay. Is that too big? I wonder if there's a slightly smaller one. I think that's too big. Oh, nah. Nah. Why don't you go for a smaller one to start with? I don't know. I don't know. It might be all roughly the same size. Oh, that's a little bit. Smaller. That, or I do it down here. Oh, I forget that's going to open up. Okay. I'm going to think about that later. girl might be cute there. This little girl might be cute there. She needs to take a little bit more effort to cut out though. I signed up to Duolingo the other day to start learning a little bit of French. I cannot do impersonations. I cannot do don't ask me to sound like a Scotsman or speak with an Irish accent or anything like that, or even I can't do it, guys. Anyway, so I was doing really well until I had to actually voice the words, and it kept going, no, you're wrong, you can't do that, you don't sound anything like you're speaking French. I'm sure if they had a "you should just give up now" quote, then that would be what I would be told. So I don't know. I just wanted to learn enough to be able to say, thank you and that. But all I've learned is garçon, which is boy. Yeah. And chat, which is cat. Chat. And then they tried to put, and a and stuff and but I thought they would start off with oui, because oui, yeah, I like that. I'm just going to put it in temporarily though, just in case I change my mind and decide I don't. But look at her, she's cute. She's ready to go to France and have a good time. Okay. So I think what I was saying before, probably an hour and a half, I'll probably stop really soon. Where did that piece come from, peoples? Oh my golly gosh, this happens. I take things out, I forget to put them back in. Wasn't up there. Wasn't it in the middle bin? Maybe was it in there with that? No, that's the leftover for what I just covered the photo with. That's what that's from. Figured it out. Okay, so should I attempt what I've done there? Okay, attempt to put some stuff in here. So I've got this. Oh, that one opens up too. Oh my golly gosh. This thing is never ending. What? And I think this is where we stop, guys, because I don't know what I'm going to put on these pages. That's what's the problem. So we've got that. Open. Something there. Take that out. Oh, let's have a quick look first before I give up. What do you reckon, Pam? Quick look. I might even do some tomorrow, actually, guys. So if you're about and nothing to do, you can pop back and see. Sorry about the crinkling. I haven't even opened these ones yet. I'm not big on patterns. She says the person who loves papers. I'm not big on patterns. That's okay. That's all right. Can I do that? Have a section up the top. Do I like them? I think it matches. See a little bit there. Okay, I'm going with that. And and kind of need to figure out whether I'm putting something else there that's not going to make it up the top. Okay, I'm just about to have somebody walk in. I am going to end this stream. 1 second. Thank you all, guys. I will come back later and we will finish this one. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Come in.